What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our Let's Play Rome 2 Total War Roman campaign. We are on the year 146 BC, and we are definitely annihilating most of these barbarians. We just won a very massive and decisive battle back in the spring, which is now in the winter. And I believe it was, I don't know if it was Jeff, yes, it was Jeff's Legion. And basically all of these units did level up. Now, right now, we have Whitlow's Legion inside Cinnabum. The entire goal is to basically just gain a surplus of public order. And what we really do want to do is improve the culture and try to make things continue in that direction. So I'm looking around the map here. I have some units. Gabrielicus Legion is currently inside a fortified stance. And, of course, Jeff's Legion is as well. Now, one of my primary goals is I'm trying to get some replenishment back. I'm going to be assaulting in the spring. The winter, I feel like we would definitely take some unnecessary losses. I'm looking back at Austria. We're gaining a lot of excess public order. Let's go ahead and upgrade some of these public forums into a library. We're only going to be losing some food. Public squalor is kind of annoying, but I think we're going to do it anyway. And, of course, let's go ahead and cancel that out with a wine trader. So really, at the end of the day, we're gaining a bunch of benefits, but we're losing one food, so it's not that big of a deal. Now, Boogie's Legion did get the correct amount of troops. I see 20 out of 20. So I guess we could actually take Boogie's Legion and either move him down to Libya, or we could actually go on down to Illyria as well. But I think one of my biggest goals is to end this turn, and I believe this turn is when we're going to finally unlock improved plumbing. So that means we have the ability to finally build all of these better cities all across the map. It's going to take a lot, wow, it's going to take a lot of money, but we're only gaining 3,500 ducats. And I'm guessing it's because all of these new units are costing quite a bit of coin. Here's the Praetorian. We have 14 units out of 20, and what we're definitely going to need to do is either scale back or just keep building up our economy and not really building anything else. Now, one thing I do want to verify, can I upgrade any units at all? Well, I don't really have the funds, so I'm going to check it next turn. It looks like Tiberius has improved inside Jeff's Legion. He led a very valiant charge last episode. Let's go ahead and get him better artillery and end this turn. So what I want to basically check is, obviously I could upgrade a lot of my troops, my Praetorian cohort, and give them better weapons and better shields and better armor, but I don't know if that increases the upkeep. Part of me feels like it does, so and the other part of me thinks I should probably just sit back and relax, and who knows. But at least we've waited out the winter. And what I plan to do is press the attack in early spring. This is going to be a walled city. Research of improved plumbing has been unlocked. We are not making really any coin. But what I want to do now is start working on production lines, so that means we get a lot more wealth from all regions. And I'm hoping that'll definitely make the difference to make or break our economy. We now have 14 out of 20 troops. Can I build? No, I definitely don't have enough to build all 3 Praetorians. And in fact, let's go ahead and move you first. I don't want to put you on forced march because it's not necessary. But I'm going to go ahead and move this legion on down. I said I was going to name this into Pedro's Legion, but I guess I forgot to do that. Pedro is basically, he doesn't watch this. He just watches my rank 1. He just watches my Hearts of Iron series, and because I started running out of friends to name my legions after, I just picked him at random because he seemed like a nice guy. So if you are watching this right now, Pedro, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and build up those Praetorian cohorts, and sadly it's going to cost a lot of coin, but I'm hoping, you know what I also need to do? Let's actually remove one of those Praetorian, and what I'm going to take a glance at, I'm planning to upgrade one unit. And right now, this Veteran Legionnaire costs 146. If I upgrade it, it still costs 146. So I guess having better weapons and equipment doesn't necessarily make anything more expensive. But now that the public order in Austria is basically improving, I am going to take Domino's Legion and move you on over to Coria. We still have Boogie's Legion. I guess you could finally be, you know, the defensive bulwark we were looking for. And I'm looking around the map. Now that winter's over, we should really press the attack. I'm going to put you into a normal stance, and you are going to move a little bit closer and closer. I see a lot of barbarians, which makes me nervous. I believe we can arrive... Ooh, no. Let's get just a tad bit closer. And I probably could take the city. I just don't necessarily want to have, you know, unnecessary losses, I guess I was trying to say. Okay, we also have Roman's Legion. What I'm going to do is actually move General Hux on up. We are trespassing, and I'm fine with that. You're going to head on over, so basically we're just shifting around our units, shifting around our troops. Saint's Legion is going to start making his way up. It looks like there's a river here and we can't cross. So I'm curious. I guess we can make our way this direction. We're about to have a really big war, more than likely. Are there any other units I could utilize? We probably are not going to... Are we in a war with the Suebi? I guess we are. I'm looking at the wrong province. We are not in a war with Sparta, but we are in a war with the Suebi. I feel like Arcana's Legion is going to be chilling here for now, trying to play as strategic as possible. And part of me also feels like I'm running out of legions to maneuver our troops. I mean, so we've got 2 here. One's about to take the city. A lot of defensive units that probably don't necessarily need to be there. Uh-oh, what's happening? Stand by. And yeah, so next turn, Whitlow's Legion actually could move up. We were working on getting public order. If I leave, it's still going in the right direction, so I do like to see that. Let's move you all the way up, and then we're going to have 3 legions go into this province. And potentially 2 legions into there. And then I guess we'll sail across to England and try to take those, while also still working on some of these southern provinces. Alright, I'm looking around the map, trying to do my thing. And let's end this turn. We're only making about 4,000 denarii a month, which is still not great. And of course, we are going to be building more and more troops. I believe we need 4 more units of Praetorian. So at most, that's about 800 denarii every turn, so that's going to be a little pricey. Alright, I see the first battle has arrived. Let's go ahead and do an auto-resolve. I really feel like we could win this. This is Jeff's Legion, so they have proven their worth before. And of course, it's at a very high chance of success. I didn't really think we could be defeated by barbarians and savages. Alright, close victory, but we did lose an Equites. Let's go ahead and enslave you. So now, Jeff's Legion's actually going to have to go ahead and build up another unit somewhere. I wonder what we lost. I mean, obviously an Equite, is that what it was? Yeah, I lost an Equite. Let's take Whitlow's Legion, start besieging the fort, and go ahead and continue siege. And while all of these troops are locked inside the walls, I'm going to try to flank around and attack the Howling Carnakais. And of course, because we just defeated them, we're going to easily annihilate them again. And now they can't come to the aid of the city. And of course, we basically separated the armies, using one to siege down the city. I guess it's only 89 troops. We could put them to work. And let's just take the city. We have 3 legions, so I don't think they could really do much at all. And of course, I do want to start working on improving the culture, starting to extract some more money. I could loot it, but I don't think that's the best option. We've destroyed their faction. Let's take Roman's Legion. He's not necessarily where I would like him to be. Let's go ahead and declare war on the Nervi. They seem fairly weak. And I guess we're about to destroy their faction altogether as well. So now they no longer exist. And of course, whatever population does still live on, we can try to convert them to the Latin culture. Let's go ahead and occupy. So far, so good. We definitely don't need a lot of these things. I feel like we do want to manipulate our barracks. We do want a lot of other things. We do have a consecrated ground, which is nice. But our number one priority is to build up the legions in Libya. And we need about 4,000 coin to do that. And I guess we just, an answered prayer. Let's actually send you down just a tad bit farther. And I do need to keep you on the road. And Pedro's Legion, we are going to go ahead and add on all 4 Praetorians. And just like that, 20 out of 20. Now, I expect our income to go down, don't get me wrong, but I believe we are probably going to try to sack Libya next turn. I'm a little curious if our fleet is going to hold up. It should, but just in case. And what I'm planning on doing is just taking these 2 cities, and then I'm hoping that Egypt here is going to ask for a white peace and then give me money. I don't necessarily know. I mean, if I have the opportunity to keep expanding, I will. But I'm trying to play conservatively. Now, I'm looking at Domino's Legion. We are going to be moving you over. Saints Legion can continue to move. And I guess we could take out the Suebi because they don't have any type of units here. Let's go ahead and do an aggressive stance. It says there's a lot of public unrest, so there might be an uprising next turn. But I definitely think I should start building up some consecrated grounds. Alright, we are taking territory. This is now ours. We're going to be building up a consecrated ground next turn. Eventually, Jeff's Legion and Gabrielica's Legion, everybody else's Legion, will be moving on into France. And actually, what I'm planning on doing... we might want to take Germany. I guess there's only 2 provinces left, and we could just hold our ground with the rest. So basically, we would probably have a legion here, a legion there, and a legion here, and obviously 1 here. So the rest of these 5 could go into, England and Brittany. Or Britannia, I guess is the correct term. Brittany is over near Nantes. Okay, we are not making a lot of coin, and we do need to go ahead and destroy some of these buildings, but at least we actually have money next turn, so that's going to be nice to deal with. I still need to go ahead and get Jeff his additional unit. Don't know the best way to do that, or where to do that. We could go down to this area, but I don't know what units we could produce. Legionnaires, not the greatest, but not the worst. And I guess they would actually come from Bibracte itself. Alright, let's end this turn. A lot of people have leveled up, including Whitlow's Legion. Let's give you some better artillery command. Gabrielica's Legion has... The leader himself has leveled up. Let's give you some more recruitment cost reduction. And the Legion... has leveled up, which is what I love to see. Let's give you artillery experts. So then you do just a tad bit extra damage permanently, though. And we'll end our turn. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that we are going to be sailing across into Britannia. And one other thing I'm a little concerned about is I don't know the end date of this campaign. I don't think I've ever necessarily finished a campaign, which is kind of funny. Natural causes of our admiral. And while I'm here... I also want to just take a glance at the Senate. We should have yes, we have 36% of the entire Senate, when each should have roughly 25. So we're definitely very influential and respected. I could continue to, improve our worth by adopting family members, but I don't think I'm going to waste my time just yet. So Domino's Legion is going to try to protect the only area... Well, is this Germany? No. So, Domino's Legion's going to stay in between these 2 areas, because I guess someone could technically flank through. But... no. What we're going to do is move you a little bit farther. And you're going to chill there for now. I don't think we necessarily need Boogie's Legion. But just to be safe, you're going to move a tad bit farther. And what you're going to do is that's not fortify. You're going to fortify your position. So this legion will stay, this legion will stay. And like I said, I want to take over Germany before we move into Brittany. So before we move into Britannia. So what we need to do is build a consecrated ground, which I guess we did not ever do. And we should have destroyed a bunch of buildings, well, 1 building. And here's the bunch of them. We are going to be trying to extract as much money as possible. And we're going to try to start... We're going to need some farms again fairly soon. Jeff's Legion does need to be improved. Let's go ahead and get a Shrine of Jupiter. Only because we could build Pantheons later on. But Jeff's Legion probably should be the one inside the city, because you get more replenishment rate. And all of these Equites will probably, you know, replenish in 4 turns rather than 6. Okay, so Whitlow's Legion and Gabrielica's Legion are going to try to conquer the rest of Germany. For the sake of, you know, lore and for having fun, I would like Gabrielica's and General Hux's Legion to be the ones to storm Britannia. And actually, while I'm here, I guess I could finally build that cattle trader. We're running out of money, though, and this is not good. So if a Legion does get destroyed, I probably will rebuild it, but I don't need to, because I feel like I definitely have a pretty formidable army. And actually, let's head back down to Libya, if I can, because I should have... I'm not sure if it was this turn or last turn, but I think all of my troops are done. Yes, they are. So Pedro's Legion is going to move on in. I believe we are going to continue to move down the road. We are trespassing, and that's fine. But next turn, we're going to do an assault. And let's actually trespass a little bit more. So then we could definitely be able to respond to these situations. And what I would like to do is try to take both of these cities without using our navy. Is it going to happen? I have no idea. And Memphis shouldn't be too hard to take, but Alexandria is going to be a little bit of an issue. But we definitely have some very powerful units. So if it ever comes down to, you know, brute force combat, we should be good to go. But sadly, if we can't get through their walls, I'm not sure if our siege engines, or especially our ballistas, will be able to do the trick. Looks like we have been sabotaged. I might need to finally go ahead and start recruiting some more units to prevent us being attacked all the time. Yeah, I think if you put a spy in to some of your generals and your leaders, you know, it's a lot harder. Military subversion, assault patrol, and we've been poisoned. Political intrigue, someone's died. 2 units have died. Alright, well, let's go ahead, try to take Alexandria. We are going to declare war. Sparta is their ally, but they don't matter to me. And I am going to auto-resolve this battle. Ooh. Remaining force, 31%. But it says very high, so I am going to have to rebuild units. I don't mind. As long as we hold the city and we're good to go. How many units? We only lost 2 Principes, and they were Principes, not Praetorian Cohort. So that's not bad. And I am planning on building a very powerful barracks in Alexandria. But my #1 priority... Ooh, we need a lot of population. We don't have that. In fact, I guess we could change this now to a manipular barracks. We're running out of money, but let's take Memphis. I see that they have a lot of... ooh, these are Seleucid troops, not Egyptians. Let's take Memphis. It looks like there is literally nobody protecting it. And if they want a white peace next turn, I will gladly grant it. So just like that, we've moved in from Libya all the way to Egypt. I believe we can hit Germany too. Looks like our general has leveled up. And of course, we have leveled up our general as well. And the other army. And this is... What legion is this? Another legion that we haven't named. Let's name it the Brazilian Legion. Just because I had a subscriber tell me he was from Brazil. So, I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and take our navy a little bit closer to the city. What I am planning on doing is fixing all of these issues. But not this turn, maybe next turn. And I'm looking around the map. It is winter. And we are taking attrition in Gabrielica's Legion, which I don't like. So let's move you here onto the main road. Whitlow's Legion can move up as well. Will we take attrition if we move here? Doesn't look like it. So what I want to do is take both of these cities very soon. And I'm guessing if I move out of the way... It says we have 98 public order. I have no idea how that's possible. I guess because we've had this city for a while. Jeff's Legion's going to hang out for now. And I guess I am going to go ahead and end this episode, sadly enough. But thank you all for joining me. Hope you all have an awesome day. And I will see you in our next adventure.